I need you to hate so I can use you for your energy.
This is Real Sales Talk. Real sales advice from real sales practitioners. Giving you tips on how to dominate your sales quota are your co-hosts, Sean Mitchell and Phil Keene.
Is going on, Real Sales Talk family? We are back with episode 40. I know you guys probably just heard us, but we're back again.
Episode 40 of Tech Talk.
Episode 40 of Tech Talk. This is good. We're rolling, Sean.
This is big time. We are officially tech reviewers.
We've now done so much time at tech reviewing. We pretty much are the guys that do tech reviews. So
we've got if you think about it, we do at least 2 per episode. We've now reviewed 80 apps or 80 tools, 80 sales tools. I think that's pretty cool.
And we try to do most of them as free apps. I mean, for the most part, you have some kind of trial or demo for the apps that we have. And they're things that are genuinely helpful, or we just think it's kind of cool as we look at it. So if you have an app, Sean and I, we've done 80 apps. If you have an app that we have not talked about yet, shoot us a message on LinkedIn. We're happy to check out cool technology. Hell, if you're a sales guy and you're ballsy enough to come on and demo it, maybe we'll give you a shot. You're gonna have to talk to Sean and I first, but
like the Shark Tank of sales apps.
Well, I would love to do a Shark Tank episode. It'll be an hour-long episode, like 4 sales guys giving a 5-minute pitch, and we just destroy them. We get one guy on here to help chat with us. It'll be fun. So anybody wants to get in a Shark Tank episode, reach out to Sean and I on LinkedIn. We'd love to have you guys on. But let's get into it, Sean. What do you got tonight?
I've got an app that is specific to real estate, although I think that these guys could pivot to really any other space. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. It's called Riley, and I have to give a shout out to Tom Ferry for the tip on this one. So it's real-time, real person concierge by text. So I'm actually texting with one of their reps right now, kind of trying to demo it, but it allows for someone to basically qualify. Think about it like an SDR, but for text message, and you could outsource it to a team that's competent in setting appointments. They've, as I'm looking at the website now, it's the next app that you're going to talk about is going to be perfect for my incoming phone calls coming in here as I'm trying to demo this. It's really funny. So Riley, it says getrileynow.com is the website. So turn leads into opportunities, 100% human powered, fraction of the cost of an ISA. Inside sales associate, I think, is what that means. Yeah, inside sales agent is what real estate calls inside sales. So you've got this funny looking guy right here. I'm guessing he's the owner, but concierge service by chat that helps you set appointments from leads that are putting information into your website. So interesting tool, difficult to scale, I bet. I think that artificial intelligence could kind of take over the human side of what they're doing, but at least right now, I think adds a very personal touch to it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. There's a lot to being timely and having a human element to it. And in the last episode of Tech Talk, we talked about time blocking and owning your calendar, and offloading some of that work for yourself is actually a great way to be able to stick to that time blocking and owning your own calendar and getting time back to yourself. So it seems like something that would be great for all the agents out there, and honestly for anybody else that's in the sales side of things that might need a little bit of help of just getting back and forth. So not
Absolutely.
too bad.
Yeah. Interesting one. So those that are in real estate, take a look at it and see if it might be a good fit for you. And let me know let us know if you do end up purchasing it, investing into it, and what your thoughts and results are on it. So I'm kicking it over to you, Phil. What do you have to talk about today?
Yeah, so we just had your phone go off. So the notification pops up in the screen. This is an app I found, one, because some people are just talking about how funny the website is, but it's an app called Muzzle. It's an app for Macs. So anybody that's out there does demos or does any kind of screen shares ever, like Sean and I are doing right now, and get a notification that pops up in the corner. Well, they're giving you the display of what a notification would look like. So this guy's OK Cupid popped up. Jeff, your password for tonight's orgy is Astroglide. Just all around interesting notifications that pop up. Allison said, "Sweetie, it's okay. It happens to every guy sometimes." Just interesting. Public intoxication court date. Funny notifications that pop up on the side, but I think you get the point, was to really hammer it home the fact that there's really could be potentially personal things that are popping up while you're doing a demo. I actually remember one of my favorite demos I've ever taken. I'll leave the company nameless, not to throw them under the bus, but the sales guy had an interesting tab up on his computer, and it was something like best sex tips or something, that this, that, and the other. And I brought my CEO onto the conversation to see this piece of technology, and the entire time he and I could not stop laughing, because this guy he was oblivious that his 10 best sex tips or something, whatever it was just sitting up on the top of the screen. So and this stuff happens. It's embarrassing and you don't want to go through it. Well, what Muzzle does is it just automatically, when it sees any screen share software, so Skype or Zoom or Join Me or Slack or whatever you're using to share your screen, it automatically mutes all the notifications from coming in. It's a free app, free to download. It was built by these guys right here, CodeKit and Brian Burkett, who built the website. So don't build websites. Reach out to Brian Burkett. Build websites. You'll love his other app, which is CodeKit. So it looks like some free advertising for Brian. Brian is also, you can find him at Twitter as BDK Jones. So free advertising for this guy. Hell of a website. I like it. I thought it was awesome. And it made me chuckle and laugh, and I showed a couple people right away. But really, really cool.
Now it's important to know that this is different from what you would have if you were just to go and turn the nighttime setting on your Mac. Because you have to do that manually, and who remembers to do that? Obviously, I didn't while I was sharing my screen and I had an incoming phone call come in. Sounds like this does it automatically for you without you having to think.
Yeah, I've been using for a few weeks now, and it's done pretty well. There's once or twice where it hasn't worked, but it's a free app, so I didn't expect a whole lot. So, and I think it only pops up when you're on screen share. So I had Join Me Up. So we used Join Me for screen share for work. I had Join Me Up and I was on it. And then I haven't had it happen while I was actually sharing my screen. So it must be it must know whenever the screen share pops up that it should block the notifications from coming in. Cool app, free, and I'm sure it's going to be massively helpful for anybody out there that's doing tech sales specifically, because you're always on doing screen shares and doing demonstrations of your software. So pretty cool thing.
Cool one-off software. This could be a great software for another larger company to buy and incorporate into what they're doing. Like maybe Join Me or some other screen sharing platform should acquire this company and work that in.
Maybe that's the business we should get into, Sean, is we'll just facilitate acquisitions between companies that we think should work together.
We will take a brokerage fee for facilitating an acquisition of a company.
I will reach out to Brian Burkett and let him know that we're going to try to sell his company for him.
Wonder what Brian thinks about that.
I don't know. I bet he's a nice guy. Brian, this is a hell of a website. We appreciate your time. This is great. So Mistress Eva at 7 p.m. usual spot. Just pretty awesome, funny website. So
totally.
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
Sean, I'll let you wrap up.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap up. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. And hope you enjoyed the episode of Tech Talk. And if we haven't heard from you yet, hit us up on LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever your method of communication is. We'd love to hear from you and anything that you'd like for us to cover. tech tool wise or sales tactics and techniques wise, feel free to reach out. But it'd also be good just to hear from you saying hello. So thanks again, and see you in the next one. Thanks for listening to Real Sales Talk, and a big thank you to our sponsor, Convertist. If you enjoyed this episode, go write a review on iTunes or any other podcasting platform.